everyone. Today we're going to take a look at a Miss Moore Cragg's estate home on the module server. This one is currently relisted on the housing and leaderboards under Hogwarts second floor corridor. This was a home that was previously published and it was pulled down and revamped a little bit for a live event that just happened yesterday. The Module Decorate Committee hosted a Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone event. So this home was reworked a little bit to work with that event and series of events. So if you visited here before, the hospital wing is still over here. This was not used for the event, but this was left, and I'll do a quick run through on this just so you can see it. We've got some patients here that are itching and squirming. Little area back here. We've got Oliver. No, I won't drink that Skelligro. Roger's over here. Ugh, I drank too much pumpkin juice. And of course, we have a little sign in here with Madame Pomfrey that says no more than 6 visitors at a time. So previously, there was a waiting room tucked over here across from the hospital wing to reallocate that item count for the event. I went ahead and pulled that down. But we've got some moving portraits that are still here. Little monkey jumping up for some bananas, and it's more terrifying than an owl bear coming out of the woods. Some dryads and fawns, and a little camel down here. The first area that we visited when you first came in was a potions room. Now previously this was used as another classroom. This is one of the rooms that was reworked because potions was one of the classes that all students attended last night. So the Magnificent Ecstasy reworked this entire room to get more of a feeling like you're in the dungeon because, of course, potions class should have been in the dungeon, not necessarily the second floor corridor. But this entire room filled up with students last night. We had an actor role playing as Severus Snape, who gave a potions lesson, and then students were able to also craft a potion. So if you open up your recipe book, everybody was able to, let me see if I remember, I think it was Lesser Noxious. Everybody was able to create a recipe as such. We've got some crafting tables, and I'm not going to do the whole thing, but there's some crafting tables under the ground and everybody had access to it. So you were actually able to craft a potion in this room. And I just love how she put the little steam things coming out of the pots and just all of the details. I mean, all of these little shelves back here are just all packed with everything that you would see in the potions room, right down to the little crates and supplies for each of the students. And then coming up here as well, got some extra little crates and things. Of course, we have the teacher's desk and more potions items back here. After potions class, we were sent to Transfiguration. So the hallways are filled with the same type of display cabinets. This one was all dragon themed for decor. And working this way, it does go past the hallway that leads up to the headmaster's office up the spiral stair. We didn't use that for the live event version, but I'll show that at the very end as well. We've got a cabinet here with fantastic beasts inside, and then another cabinet back here with peculiar port keys. And making our way this way, we have a Transfiguration class. So into Transfiguration. This room was reworked a little bit, added in some extra tables to make it bigger to house enough students in here. It was a full raid, so we needed enough room for everybody to stand. Live action role player last night as well, playing McGonagall. So we had our McGonagall up here teaching. Lovely view of the castle out there. And McGonagall gave us a lesson on how to transfigure yourself into another creature. So, illusion wands were passed out. The first person, actually, the first house, all of the students in that house that were able to transfigure themselves into that earned some house points last night. So it was pretty cool. But we just got some bookcases tucked around. There's actually a couple different types of bookcases shoved in there to give that effect. And then the same thing back there with some bookcases filled with books and trinkets. All of these books on the desks are different spells, transfiguration spells. So, like this one is the bouquet spell. You can take and shoot flowers out the tip of your wand, or this one, how it takes an item and transforms it into a bird. Of course, our one back here, Roberto, to transform an animal into a water goblet. Please make sure that your spell wands are not broken. We don't want any cups with rat tails. That would be unfortunate. Or back here, transfiguring spell used to transform objects into small dragons. So we've got our object and we've got a small dragon. And of course, our serpent sorcia spell, where we summon a snake from the tip of the wand. So a little bit of fun Hogwarts trivia in this class. From Transfiguration, the next class that students attended was Charms. So coming out and straight down these stairs, we headed towards the Charms class. Of course, I've got some more of the moving paintings on the wall. This deer coming out. Then another case here, landmarks of the Wizarding World. And Charms class through this door. So this one was reworked a little bit as well to remove all the chairs from back here to give everybody enough room to stand. And in this class, we had a wonderful Professor Flitwick up here talking to the class and teaching us how to levitate the feather. So everybody had a chance to practice their Wingardium Leviosa, and the assignment was to craft a charm spell. So again, there's some crafting tables underneath the ground, so everybody was able to craft and then turn in their spell to show that they were finished and earn some more house points. From Charms, we were then told to head and see Professor Quirrell. And Professor Quirrell in the first year, if you remember, was the Defense Against the Dark Arts teacher. So when you come into this room, you see that some students are practicing their dark arts defense, like, well, hopefully not dark arts, practicing their defense against the dark arts. This guy's back here with a bogart. We've got others up there casting Patronuses. And then we have this student that says, Professor Quirrell had to leave suddenly. He was heading to the library. If you see him, ask if we can leave class early. So that was kind of the hint to take off to the little study hall that was back here when you first zoned in. So everybody in the raid was able to head back this way on our storyline and head into the study hall. So coming in, we have somebody else who says, Professor Quirrell? He went by me a few minutes ago. He was heading up the staircase back there. So we've got lots of students that are in here working on some things, studying. One that's taking a nap. And then in the back, we have a little staircase, and the student says, Professor Dumbledore said the third floor corridor is off limits. So I have a feeling we're going where we shouldn't. And there were a couple more role players last night who had a conversation on the way up as we came through the door saying, I get a feeling we shouldn't be here. And then we get closer. It says, Hello, Homora. And we open it up and Fluffy, the three-headed dog. So everybody screamed and ran away. So running back downstairs. If I can make it down the stairs. I'm struggling with stairs today. I think I've got too many things running on my computer at once. But coming back out, this is where the students would have run into Hagrid, who met us here and said, hey, we shouldn't be meddling with those sort of things. Don't ask no more questions about that dog. And he directed us to the portal, which was another version of the Great Hall set for Halloween. And I'll do a run through on that one afterwards. But since we're here, I'll go ahead and run up top for the headmaster's office and show this because this is kind of cool. So up in Dumbledore's office, when you come up the stairs, again, we've got some more of the moving portraits of previous headmasters on the wall. We've got some headmasters over here who are talking and giving advice and whatnot. And then we've got Dumbledore at his desk. And again, a view of the castle outside. Got Fox over there in his cage. Lots of stocked bookcases and bits. And then my favorite, we've got Dumbledore's pensieve here on this wall as well. So this version is currently, the event version of this home is currently still posted on the leaderboards. So if you want to stop by and check this one out, I'll leave this one up for a while because it's awesome how everybody was able to run through and use it for the live event. Eventually this one will go back to the way it was before with the upstairs room and then this being another classroom because I already have a potions class, which is down by the Slytherin common rooms in the castle. And in my head, I can't have potions on the second floor corner. So this one will be up for a little while. And then it'll go back around and then I'll put a link to the other zone as well. All right. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.